Good morning, good morning. 5 questions, ask me anything and I'll try to answer it for you. Hi, here.
Yeah.
No, everything.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
If something's full price, it's always, no matter what, your mileage may vary. I mean, there's no secret to it. Penny items they're not deals, they're not sales. They're actually supposed to be pulled off the sell floor from the employees. If the employees forget about it or if they fail to do it, then it's fair game. If you ever get refused, you can always find the penny policy on our website, www.couponers411.com. It should be right up at the top tab. You just click on that or do a search for penny policy, it should pop right up. I usually have it on the list too. Like if you go to the penny list, it's usually right there at the top. Like if you need the penny policy, click here, click there, then you should be able to get it. So I need somebody to talk to me. Oh, wait a minute. Am I not going down? Is that, oh, there it is. No, wait a second. The right side, like, cause I have my screen right here and then the right side is where all the questions and stuff is. And it was just like sitting there. So I had to pull it down. That was weird. Let's see here. Oh yeah. We have surprise penny lists that come out. It's not every week. That's why they're surprise. Usually there's a penny list that comes out on Fridays, but sometimes that penny list don't even penny out. And sometimes we don't even get a penny list. So, and the Dollar General employees, when they get it, or the manager, when she gets it or he gets it, it's called an MOS list. So yeah. You heard that the ice cream that didn't penny out for other people is going to penny out next Tuesday. If anybody can like confirm that to me for Tuesday, if you had a digital coupon for points, if you buy a product that came off but didn't get the points. Hey, Shannon Cook, if this is about like Walgreens and CVS, I used to shop there and I used to do it, but I'm not familiar with their points and their point system and stuff like that. I'm a slacker. I should have a group for every store, but it's a lot of work. Yeah, I don't shop Walgreens. We don't even have a Walgreens around me. The closest one, Walgreens that I have is like 30 minutes away, and I'm not willing to drive that far, unless somebody pays me. The key thing about being in the group and, it's just really reading the comments, watching, the pictures, taking screenshots of your penny policy, just kind of sitting around and listening and going through the posts and stuff and seeing what people's gotten, see what people is, talking about. I mean, it's always good to ask questions. There's never a stupid question whatsoever. Always ask questions, no matter what. I know there's some people that get frustrated with people asking questions, but that's because they've heard it 1,000 times, you know what I mean? It may seem like you're the only person that's asking, but honestly, it's hundreds of thousands of people that ask all the time the exact same questions, even though this would be the first time that you've asked. I know it's weird, but me personally, I don't tolerate drama because we're all here to learn and listen and be nice to each other. Same goes like when you're out penny shopping. No matter what, if the employee is so rude to you, because you don't know if they're having a bad day or not, you always smile and be nice, no matter what. If they cuss you out, be nice. Jessica, my personal favorite find of all time will have to be my Christmas tree. And I didn't even find it at Dollar General. I found it at Walmart for a penny. And let me tell you the backstory on this. I was a moderator in a group. That's one of the advantages of being a moderator or an admin in a group is you get to see the pending posts first. So it took us a couple of hours before we actually approved that post because we all went out looking for this penny tree at Walmart, right? Yeah, so that's one of the benefits. What happened was we got the post and so we all rushed out and looked for it and I picked up my mom. I always pick up my mom. She's in the group too. I always pick her up. I'm like, let's go find this penny tree. We might not find it, whatever. So the thing about Walmart is like they don't let you buy penny items if you find them because they're extremely hard to find and it's usually inventory. What happened was we walked into Walmart and we went directly over to the trees. I'm looking, I had them all boxed up and on a pallet and I'm looking, I couldn't find it and it was at the very bottom, almost right in the middle and I'm like, oh my goodness. So I got out my app and I scanned it and it was penny. I'm like, grab my mom. I'm like, let's go. We moved all these boxes. I got it out, put it in my cart. My heart was racing 1,000 miles per hour because I knew that I was not allowed to buy it. It's not theft, I paid for it. I went to self-checkout. The self-checkout lady she was standing there talking to some of her friends, I assume, because she was just sitting there chatting the whole time. I went to self-checkout, got the gun, boop. I made sure I had my penny ready, scanned it, threw it in the penny, got my receipt, and ran my ass out that door. Threw it in my truck. and went back inside to do a little bit more shopping. That's how I got my penny trio. I think it was like a 7.5 foot Kennedy pre-lit. That was the best penny item I've ever found, and it was at Walmart. Or ever bought. Gibson's question was, good morning, is there a way to know which stores may get remodeled soon? The only way to know basically that is to go into the store and see if they have a sign up stating that they're remodeling, they're having a big sale. I don't think there's any way to know, like online or like through their website or anything like that. Renee Gibson, with the Wi-Fi, they'll just have to go in and reset their router. That is it. I'm gonna try to show you guys here. Let me get my app up. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe because of the window behind me, but let's have to this side. When you bring up the Dollar General app, before I go into Dollar General, I sit out in the parking lot and I connect to their Wi-Fi because I'm not just going to stand in the store trying to hook up to Wi-Fi. So I just sit in the parking lot and I just hurry up and hook up to it. So what I do is, because every single one you go to has to have Wi-Fi anyway. If they don't, it's probably broken. But if you can't connect after doing all of this, then they'll just have to reset their Wi-Fi router. So all you do is, and I click on my Wi-Fi, I turn my Wi-Fi off when I'm sitting in the parking lot. Make sure I have the app brought up, turn it off. I turn my Wi-Fi back on. Once I turn my Wi-Fi back on, it should have your 4 little Wi-Fi bars up here or whatever, but it'll have like an exclamation mark. When that exclamation mark comes back on, you'll have to wait for this app to connect to their Wi-Fi. Another window will pop up and it'll say terms and conditions. Do you accept or you don't accept? Always, tap accept, and then it should connect to the Wi-Fi. And I usually have to do that to every store. I always save my Wi-Fi connection there just because it makes it much easier. So when I bring up the app, I don't have to go through all of that again. It just connects automatically. Sometimes I have to reconnect it, and that's okay because I'll just go through it again. I know you guys couldn't see that because it's so bright. But can you not use your own internet on your phone? Shirley, no, you cannot. I'm so sorry. Like if you guys have the DG app and the DG Go app, you have to turn on your Bluetooth for the DG Go app. You don't have to turn it on for the regular DG app. Some people are also saying like you have to set your home store to a certain store. You don't need to do that because if you hook up to their Wi-Fi, it automatically switches over to that store. Like every Dollar General I've been to, and I've been to thousands from here down to Florida, I've never once had to set my DG app zip code or the store or whatever. Yeah, you can't use your phone internet. I know it sucks. And the thing about it too is like when you're in the store and you try to use your phone internet, well, mine anyway, I can't even get a signal outside. I have to go up to the front doors where the windows are. Shannon, the DGs that get newly built, no, they're not. They're going to have the same deals as anywhere else, but they're not going to have penny items right away. So their penny items are not going to show up at least 6 months to a year, after the fact that it's being built. How do I shop on DG.com and get pennies off that? You cannot. Sorry. You cannot get penny items off DollarGeneral.com because the penny item that you get in store, they're supposed to remove that from the floors. You order that penny item offline, they're not going to let you have it just because they're supposed to be pulled anyway with an OS scan. And added to my list. So already to check out, my prices were anywhere from $10 to $1.50 cheaper than what it rang up at the register and scan. Manager called several other stores to see if she could override what was showing I scanned for. Well, here's the thing too, Denise, is like what everyone has to understand about the Dollar General app and the Dollar General Go app is like it is never 100% accurate. I would say it's between about 98% accurate, but it's not over 100% accurate. And every store is different, so online is going to be totally different from in store, but it happens. She should be able to override that. You know what I mean? Just because it's like, you got those blankets, when the tag was misprinted, I got a lot of blankets. It's supposed to be $5 off the $15 or $30 blankets, but it was $5 off $5 to $30 blankets. Well, it's the same thing like that. They should be able to override that. I'm not sure why she couldn't. I don't know why she called other stores either, but what she should have done is she should have called corporate, and corporate would have walked her through what she should have done to override that price. If she didn't know how, then that's what she should have done. Well, that's good. Denise said she honored it, but you can understand why mine was cheaper. Yeah, I'll have to look online and see what their policy is on that again. Renee, if my husband builds me a shed, I'm going to need it heated. I'm going to need a bed out there. I'm going to need a refrigerator out there. It's going to be a little she shed. I'm going to have everything. So I have You know, it's gonna be a nice setup. Have my own little internet station out there too, so I can work and have quiet, have a lot of food and drink. So Tanya, so with the tags, if it's a misprint, it is not our problem that they put up their wrong tags. They should have read their tags before they put them up, and if it was incorrect, they should have not put them up. However, they get those sent into them, so they just put them up. Just because it's incorrect on the shelf, that means it's okay for us to go ahead and buy it for the price that's on the shelf. So if they want to sit there and argue with you, I usually just say, hey, I don't work here. All I know is that price is on there is what I'm going to get it for. I don't work here. I don't put your tags up. I don't send you your tags. Sorry. My Dollar Generals, because I have a good rapport with them, I'm always super nice. They always never have a problem. When the blanket tag happened, I got all of them in my trolley first. So the same with the baby wipes, I would have put them all in my trolley. Sorry, this isn't my problem. I don't work here, but this was on there. And I also took one of the tags too for proof, and I took a picture. So if there was any questions whatsoever, like, no, it didn't say off. It said $2, what I want to get it for. Penny lists are usually posted once a week. If we get surprise penny lists, that will be thrown up as well. They'll always have your notifications turned to all in our group. So when I throw it out there, you will have it like that, in a snap of a finger, like, oh, there's something going on. Because I want people to comment on when I throw out something, for people to know that there's something amazing going on. I need to go check it out right now. So I'll be the first one. They're clicking, reading, and heading my butt out the door to go grab what is going on. The surprise penny list, it's usually for that day. It might be the next day, like it's a surprise penny list to the corporate, or email it out, and people will print it, and then they should be pulling it right away. But because it's always usually so understaffed, they can't get to it. Usually there's 1 or 2 people. At night, there's usually 1 person at a Dollar General, which is supposed to have 2. And if there's a second person there, they're in the stock room doing whatever they needed to do. But they're always at the cash register because it's always so busy. So when the surprise penny list comes out, they usually don't get it until the next morning anyway, when they go in and check their email. Like, oh crap. But when we get it, that's when we send it out, or I post it. If it's something like huge, I'll post it directly to the group. If it's like a weekly penny list, I'll post it to the website. And sometimes there's not even a penny list. There are some weeks we don't even get a penny list. It's hit or miss. How do I find the penny list? I have an insider that sends me the penny list. I don't find it, so I get it. So when they get it, I get it. No, there is not a website to find it before. Well, no, actually there are a few websites you can look on there. Julia's, I know there's Krista Coupons, which she does a whole bunch of YouTube on deals and pennies and stuff like that. Yeah, Jen. So the thing is like when I penny shop, I always try to leave the store better than what I walked into. When I go to the clearance aisle, at Dollar General, there's a clearance at one of my Dollar Generals. It's a disaster all the time, basically. And I go to the clearance aisle, there's items that have pegs that can be hooked on pegs, and they have pegs on. I just pick it up and just start putting it up. Because the thing is like when you move stuff out of the way, there's stuff underneath, and that's where usually the penny items are. I just hang them up as I go along. I'm going to go through it anyway and move it anyway, so why wouldn't I just move it to hang it up instead? You know what I mean? Like just kind of, make it look halfway decent anyway. Being rude to Dollar General employees is not going to get anybody anywhere, except for, everyone being frustrated, everyone being angry, everyone feeling like they've gotten nowhere. And then could get banned from that store. I couldn't work at a Dollar General. I love Dollar General, don't get me wrong, but I couldn't work there. No way. I'd be fired in the first day for penny shopping. Oh, what are you doing, penny shopping? Penny's in the corner calling my mom, like, hey, come get this. I'd be fired. They would catch me. And then I wouldn't hide it, you know what I mean? I wouldn't hide them. I'd just put them in the corner, like this area right here. Come and get that. Yes, Irene, it is like it's a scavenger hunt for me. I get so excited. Yeah, Renee, that's crazy. And the thing is like if you see their penny, I keep on calling it penny aisle because that's where I find most of mine at. If you see the clearance aisle looking like that, and they just don't have time to do it. I mean, I'm not going to blame them for anything. Everyone's human. Everyone's in a rush. Everybody is, trying their hardest to make life happen. And they just don't have time to go through that. I commend you. You are an amazing person for doing that for them. Yeah, I would do that too if I had the time. Yeah, Lisa, I don't know how much they make. I don't. I'm going to assume, and this is just me assuming, that it can't, obviously it can't not be any lower than federal minimum wages, which is it still $7.75? Which is crazy because nobody can even survive on that. You can't even go out and buy a damn box to live in for $7.75. You know? That's crazy to me. All right, well, I'm going to end this here because I need to get to work. If I make some money, my side of